Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Suzanne, and today we're making a very quick worm casting tea. Now, I've been saying in previous videos that I've got a project coming up, and that is what I want this for. So if you watched another previous video of mine where I checked in on my breeder bin, which is as big as one of these, you'll also have seen that I took these worm castings out of my grow out bin. So I'm using these worm castings for this project because you can see they're nice and crumbly. They're actually drier than the other ones that I've taken from my long-term winter storage. And the reason that these are going to be better is the way that I'm using them. Now, you can do this for a little bit longer, and you can put your worm castings straight into your water if you want to, depending on how you're going to use it. But I'm not doing that because I'm actually making mine quite concentrated because I've got a large area to cover, and I'm going to be putting it in a watering can because of the way I'm going to use it. So to that end, what I've got is these little bags. Now these are for gifts, and you can get them in various sizes, and so they have these wonderful drawstrings on them. They're permeable, but because I need the water to get through, what I don't want is my worm castings clumping up in here. Now this bag also contains my own homemade compost because I need the microbes from my own garden in here for the project I've got coming up. So not only am I adding my own worm castings, I'm adding my own compost. I've got 2 bags of my own worm castings. Now, like I said, you could add all of that straight into here. Now, your water is also important. I've got bottled water in here. If you've got a well, make sure that your well contains no salt, because that's not good. But you need to make sure you're not using chlorinated water. Rainwater, perfectly fine. So I'm going to add more water into this in a little while, but I'm just using this for filming purposes right now. So you can use a bubbler, but we don't all have the facility to have one of those plugged in for 24 hours. And seriously, I don't have time for all that nonsense, and I don't have the money to spend on it either. So all I'm going to do is add these straight into here. Oh, and tie these in a knot so that this doesn't come out. And I'm just going to put that in there. These are 42 litre buckets, by the way, and you can already see how the water is penetrating through and how I'm already getting what I need to come out of these bags. Here's my second one. I'm just going to pause you a minute because I haven't tied off the bag for my compost. I'm doing this all one-handed because I'm having to use my phone because I didn't check the battery on my camera, which was flat. So here we go, my compost. We're going to stick that in there too. And as you can see, our water is already coloured. Now, the other thing you can add, if you're going to do this for longer, is molasses, because this is going to feed our microbes and get them to bloom. Now, there's 2 tablespoons here, but the one thing that you need to make sure about your molasses is that they're unsulfurated, because the sulfur will change the pH level in the water, and that's not good for the microbes. So I am going to add that just for the purposes of it actually feeding the microbes, because even long term, for the project that I've got going on for these, it's going to help them and give them something to eat. Because like I said, this is going to be very concentrated. I'm going to water this down anyway and use a watering can to spread this. And there you go, look. Rinse that out. It's very sticky. It gets everywhere. But it will last you a long time to do this. Now, if you're going to do this, you can do this for 24 hours without using a bubbler. But what you do need to do is aerate this. So all you have to do is agitate it to keep the oxygen in the water, because our microbes need the oxygen, and if you don't, then it will become anaerobic, and that will kill the beneficial microbes that we need. And that is as simple as it gets. Now, we can use this tea on absolutely all of our plants. There are those that advocate using it also, if you water this down, as a foliar spray. I don't use foliar sprays in my garden because a foliar spray is a quick fix. Also, you've got to know why you're using it. And I'm going to go more in depth into that in a different video. For me, I like to feed my soil. I like to actually be preventative rather than curative. So I'm going to do a different video on that at another time. But these bags won't go to waste because I'm also going to use the contents of this in the project. It's just that, like I said, I've got a big area to cover. And so I'm just going to periodically, for a few hours, keep swishing this around and then keep giving it a little squeeze. And then none of this is going to block up the rose that's on the end of my watering can. And so there we go. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. And you can see how dark that water's got already. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you give it a go. I hope you'll like, subscribe, share, and come back to see the next instalment of what I'm doing and the project I'm using this for. Bye for now.